What's happening, troops? This is literally the 100th time I try to make this video. I'm not even joking. But it's something, I'm going to speak about something that boils my blood. And then, there's a word I'm going to use, and I'm only going to use it once, and I'm not going to repeat it. There's a creator on here called Emma. She's a lovely girl, right? And she posted something the other day about how she'd like to be identified. And it set off a load of nonsense, right? There was a load of rubbish in her comments. So I'm going to address this one time and one time only. See if you are still using the term half-caste, you need to stop immediately. And I'm going to explain to you why, right? The word half is problematic enough, right? But see the word caste, it's no colonial word, and it means like less than, that someone is less than the whole. And I hate that. I hate that phrase. See if I was to go to Costa and say, give me a half coffee, no one would know what I was talking about. Right? It's a latte. A latte is coffee and milk. It's two things mixed together. No one would say that. So why are we comfortable calling people that? People use loads of different terms for it. They'll say biracial or dual heritage. Some people say mixed race. I don't really like that one because, you know, race, there's only one race. It's the human race. So mixed race doesn't even make sense. But if that's what you want to be called, fine. See, even if you want to be called that word, that I'm not going to repeat again, that's up to you. But I don't want this to be a commonly used word because I'll never have my kids addressed that way. Use people's names, ask them what acceptable terms they'd like to be called, or just don't say nothing at all. But it was people in the comments as well, and this is the thing that triggered me. People in the comments like, only snowflakes get triggered by words. These are the same people that are crying and going on football radio phone-ins when people criticise their football team. So, ask people what they want to be identified as, and if they tell you they don't want you to say something, don't tell them they just need to suck it up, because that's not a way of life. Anyway, love to yous all. Catches. Do you know, it's been a while since I've done a clap back, and I enjoy these. I enjoy educating people on a different level. So, Andre, I did my research. Andre, thank you for this comment. I usually look through my comments and, you know, I focus on the positivity. But sometimes there's a well-crafted, thought-out comment, and I think, I'm going to respond to that. Obviously, I couldn't find any this week, so this is going to have to do. I gave you 24 hours to delete this on your faceless account, but we're here, so let's talk about it. My blackness, my identity is never ever up for debate. I want you to understand that. Regardless of the way I talk, the way I choose to dress, the choices I make in life, that is never going to be brought into question by you, the coward that you are, or anybody else. See, for me, being a black man means carrying generations of power, of generations of creativity, strength, resilience. These are all the things that being a black man stands for. Having a Scottish accent, English, Welsh, French does not take away from your blackness, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Little pause for thought here. I want you to think about the comment you just made. What did white Europeans do to Africans? I think if you go into buildings that have these books in them, they're called libraries, you could probably read about the generations of things that happened. But me, I am choosing to move forward from that in whatever way I see fit. See, I will always honour where I come from, my heritage, but I'm also moving forward and creating a future that I decide. So I hope you have a beautiful day, Andre. In fact, I hope you have the day you deserve. Catchy. Scottish people in the comments are worse than the black Scottish people because they're going, how can you be so stupid to not know that there's black Scottish people? But Americans live in like an echo chamber. Whether the global media, inadvertently or not, decides to keep you guys from seeing us, like, you're not seeing content made by black Scottish people. You're not seeing content made by white Scottish people. So the surprise when you see people that look like you with an accent like mine, that would blow my mind anyway.
Well, I think also it's also indicative of just how much entertainment influences our stereotypical beliefs. Like, because if you told me that a Scottish person, I would never in a million years. Like, if you said a black Brit, that's not a surprise. We've seen enough of them.
We got Dave, we got Skepta, we got everybody out there.
Yeah, so it starts there, right? And then if you said Scottish, I'm just, all right, that's white. And then Irish is drunk white who fight.
The Scots drink just as much as the Irish. We fight a little less.
Yeah. So I think that this whole, you know, Black Scott TikTok is just indicative of just the culture. But what's been the most, what one thing do you think Black Americans have wrong about the black experience in the UK?
That's a good question. Do you know what's crazy? I don't think black Americans have a lot wrong because, first of all, a lot of you didn't know we existed out here like this, but it's quite isolated. Like, I know a lot of other black content creators, some Scottish, some not, but it's not like we all gather them together. There's no sense of community right now, not yet, but there will be. So I think black Americans, when they see us, they're like, "Are you the only one? Like, are you one of one?" There's plenty more like me. Not exactly like me, just don't follow nobody else. I'm only joking, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so suppose they have a lot right more than they have wrong. But we do exist. We're out here. We're making waves now.
What is it like to be black and live in a place this white? What's the black population in Scotland? I would say
so
what,
right
5%.
Oh, bro. We are sitting, I think we just made 2%. So as currently, Scottish population is 5.5 million.
Whole country, 5.5.
5.5 million.
Okay.
And 2% of that are black. 2% not black Scottish. 2% of that is black.
So we're counting black immigrants in that 2%.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you to a number how many black Scots there were. I would probably say born here, first generation, I must say 0.75%, if I'm honest.
God damn, man.
Let me give you an example. In high school, there was 1,400 kids at my high school. There was 4 black people, and 2 of them were related to me. That was my experience growing up in Scotland.
So growing up in Scotland, if you saw another black person, you couldn't even try to holler at them.
Oh, no. Guys, the entertainment on that last post in the last 24 hours has been crazy. But welcome to Black Scottish TikTok. I'm a slow down so that y'all can understand me. My new transatlantic followers are having a hard time following along. At least that's what they're saying in the comments. So let me answer some frequently asked questions. Number 1, yes, I am black. Yes, I am Scottish. I am not Sassenach. I am not Irish. I am not Welsh. 43 years born and raised in Scotland. 100% Scotch beef right here. Anyway, I'm not sure how this got to America, me complaining about the weather. But welcome. Black Scottish TikTok isn't just me either. There's a number of black Scottish creators, so I'm a tag some. You can blow up their comment section as well, because the love from the US has been crazy. I'm going to accept Black Jamie. I've never actually seen Outlander. Don't cancel me for that. But if Book Talk decide I'm Black Jamie, the film rights, the book deals, I'll take them all. One thing I will ask, if you're looking for audiobooks, I'll read any story for the right price. Drop your price in the comments. I'll read the Gruffalo, and you can record that and use that as a bedtime story. But I hope everyone has a great day. At the end of the video, I said catchies, not catchies. It's catchy, as in catch you later. That's a welcoming and a goodbye greeting in Glasgow. So, as we say in Glasgow, catchies.
So you guys, I'm sure by now we all remember the black Scottish guy who trended, who is StarboyFitness, a black Scottish creator on TikTok who says this accent comes in Maryland too, representing voices often overlooked. A video went viral, putting a spotlight on the idea that many Americans had little awareness of black people in Scotland. It stirred curiosity, definitely, celebration, but also ignorant. Then the follow-up, Starboy opened a Q&A. Americans, of course, did ask him questions, some respectful, some weird, and on identity, racism, culture, representations. He used that platform to speak honestly about how it feels to be discovered in this way, but also about the responsibility and the pitfalls. He actually did a Q&A on his Instagram. Well, guess what? I actually found the Q&A, and here are some of the biggest comments. Now, visibility. He emphasizes that black Scottish people have always been there, that Scotland isn't a surprise for them, but a surprise for some other. Now, ignorance versus interest. Many of the questions came from curiosity, not, of course, malice, but they also revealed how much cultural erasure or lack of representation persist. Racism and assumption. He responds to assumptions that Scotland is uniformly white, that racism over there, meaning elsewhere, doesn't exist. He pushes back. Racism in Scotland can be more subtle, but that doesn't make it less real. Now, the power of social media. He shows how social media can help to connect, to teach, to shift narratives, but also how viral moments can put pressure on the individual to be a spokesperson or a teacher when we're just people living our lives, he said. So, you guys, why is it more than just a viral clip? Because it reflects larger issues, how people see or don't see marginalized identities, how surprising visibility can force us to confront our biases, and how creators like Starboy are doing more than entertaining, but they're educating, challenging, and building spaces for conversation. It's not about shaming Americans or anyone, but about recognizing blind spots, learning, and expanding what we assume about identity and, of course, belongings. Now, if there's one thing to walk away with, acknowledgements definitely counts. Being seen accurately matters because when we miss see each other, understandings grow. But when someone like Starboy speaks up, there's a chance for clearer sight for us all. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you have found this eye-opening, share it. Let's talk in the comment section down below. And of course, to make sure that you subscribe if you haven't yet done so. What has surprised you about this? I will definitely be seeing you on my next video.